Mike, I was going to have someone on to tell me why they liked Grande, but I figured who better to tell me why we should like Grande than Mike Repole.
Thanks, JK. We're excited. I mean, the last couple of years we've gone into this with the favorite, which is a lot more stressful than coming in with probably a 20-1 morning line. But, this is the type of horse that we're excited about for a couple of reasons. 3 starts, numbers are getting better on every time form or that we're looking at. And, he is a Curlin. We all know Curlins get better with age, experience, and distance. And this one's gets a little older, gets another start, and he's got a little more distance. And what we really like about him, both Todd and I, is he's got tactical speed. Usually Curlins are not up close. In his first start, he broke from the one post, got a lot of experience, and beat a really, really nice horse that came back and won. His second start, going 2 turns, he passed that test. And we shipped him in the Wood Memorial. And, we needed a first or second to get in this race. And, first quarter of a mile, I canceled my trip to Kentucky. And by the time the phone rang on the other side, I saw him making a move. He broke slow, step behind, and, he was wide the entire time. Johnny rode him the first 2 times. Dylan rode him this time. And, I joked with Dylan, even though Dylan did a great job of getting him back into the race and winning second, that, we gave him a 1.25-mile race at the Wood Memorial when it was really 1 1/8. And I love the way he was just, digging in, galloped out great. And, he's a Curlin with a War Front mare, out of a War Front mare, which is, sometimes a little turfy, but, Churchill is a funny track. Sometimes those, horses that like turf kind of like the surface and the distance. So, JK, not having the favorite and coming in at 25-1 and feeling like you have a shot is a lot more fun than having a heavy favorite and not sleeping for 5 weeks.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'd imagine you're sleeping a little bit better than you did the last 2 years.
Oh, so much better. It's, with Forte and Fierceness both winning the Florida Derby. I remember saying the day before, if Fierceness and Forte don't win the Florida Derby, it's going to be a really, really tough 24 hours. And if they win it, it's going to be a really, really tough 5 weeks. And it really was for both of them. And I'm going in with this one with a fighter's chance, and, a horse that might be in the top, 7 to 10 in the field, which I see a lot of speed. And I don't know, JK, you're the handicapper if you see that. And they always go fast in the Derby, right? And we got a shot. And, it's exciting.
Want to let folks know this video brought to you by our friends at TwinSpires.com. The Kentucky Derby Betting Challenge coming up on Derby Day. You can qualify all month long. TwinSpires.com. Navigate over to that tournaments tab. Get involved with horse racing's latest major tournament.
I'll tell you one thing I like about Grande. When I did a video a little earlier, one of my long shot plays, the thing I like about him is if you think Rodriguez ran well in a wire-to-wire performance, anytime a horse is closing into a wire-to-wire winner, I always give them an upgrade, because obviously the pace was slow enough for the horse on the front end to stick around. So a horse who's closing into that, I always upgrade him a little bit. And he's lightly raced, and he's done nothing wrong. A lot of times when you have a long shot, you have these horses that are just dirty form. A couple thirds here, a couple of sevenths there. He just is really just not very exposed. I think he's very live. Especially coming from the Todd Pletcher barn.
No, I'm glad, JK, you said that, because last year you picked Fierceness and he came in 15th. So hopefully you just like him as a long shot. But I'll give you $1,000 not to bet him if you want that, if that's okay.
But you know what? Deal. But you know what though? I was right about Fierceness. I was just wrong on the day. Yeah. I was wrong on the day.
Yeah, listen, we all know the best horse doesn't always win that day. And, Fierceness came back and he proved you right in the Jim Dandy, proved you right in the Travers. And probably the best race of his life was the Breeders' Cup Classic, for him to go 22-44 and 109 and still lose by a length and a half in second place. And he's training great, by the way. And he could be, this could be a little, we're thinking about that Derby weekend as a spot or the Westchester. We haven't made up our mind yet, but he's gonna, the big target is the Met Mile, but he's gonna get a prep, in 2 weeks somewhere.
Well, we can't wait to see the blue and orange, and I guess I should just double check with you. How many people are you bringing to this one?
Thank God, only 70. How's that sound? So 70, but I'm glad there are some communions that day. People are getting married and going away. So I said, no problem. It just saves me a lot more money when there's 30 less people.
That sounds expensive. Mike, we appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you, JK.